What is up, my people? What is up, my people? This your boy Venara Scott, the Killer Crane himself. It is February the 2nd, 2024 to him. How are you guys doing today? Sorry, guys, I know I'm starting actually a little bit over an hour late. I had a number of things I had to handle for my family. Of course, they come first, even above this podcast. I know that all of my beautiful uh, uh, viewers can understand that. But anyway, let's get down to, to the nitty and to the gritty. Today we will be talking about movie soundtracks and music in general. We're going to compare because I know that, well, they call them boomers, but basically the young people will say that the older people don't understand their music is actually good music. And this has been a reoccurring thing for the longest. Now, I usually start off with announcements and birthday shout outs. You guys, anybody who knows me, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, one of my favorite soundtracks from any movie is from the movie Rocky. Okay. Unfortunately, the World of Rocky series or whatever, they have lost an actor. Let me see if I can find that picture. Okay. We have taken a loss today. The actor Carl Weathers passed on today. He was 76 years old. Quite a loss. I was a great big fan. Not only did he star in the Rocky series, he was also in Happy Gilmore. He was called Chubbs, I think it was. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. And he was in Predator. He was in, what was the other movie that of course he was in the Mandalorian series, the Star Wars Mandalorian series. I said Predator. He was in one movie with Vanity. You guys remember Vanity from the what was it, Last Dragon? Excuse me, guys. I'm a little bit flustered because I had to rush on here. Yeah, unfortunately, he died today. He was 76 years old. My condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Me being one of his biggest fans. So, anyway, how are you guys doing? Do we have any birthday shout outs? This is both Black History Month, and on the 14th, we have Valentine's Day. So, do any of you want to get a jump on Valentine's Day and give a shout out to a loved one, a sweetheart, whatever? Please do so in the comments. I will be checking constantly Facebook and this stream right here. I don't see anybody. Nope. No comments so far. Anyway, we gonna do like, what was his name? Eddie Kendricks and the Temptations. Keep on trucking, baby. We just gotta keep on trucking. So anyway, this might be short because I got text messages from just about everybody saying that they couldn't make it on this show. They have obligations with their family as well, which I totally respect. If you guys are regular on my show and you guys say that you have some family business to attend to, I actually commend you for that. I never want you to put your family above this show at all, any content that I make. Okay. But let's continue on. We are going to talk about movie soundtracks. Now, there is no argument. The greatest movie soundtrack that has ever existed is from this movie right here, Star Wars. You cannot, nope. I'm sorry. Y'all cannot argue. Star Wars has the greatest soundtrack ever. John Williams was just a master. Man, I was surprised to discover that he was still alive. I'm not sure. I think it's like the 90th birthday or something like that recently. Please correct me in the comment section, guys. But I know he's well over 90 years old. John Williams, the composer, he just celebrated a birthday, I think a couple of months ago. Anyway, greatest movie soundtrack that ever existed. Okay. I will gladly argue with you guys, but you guys have to leave a comment in order for me to argue with you about that. So, what movie soundtrack to y'all is greater than the Star Wars soundtrack? I can't remember one. But let me tell y'all something about movie soundtracks, though, guys. Me and Lamar were talking about this, the L Dog, and he has some family business to handle. He has some great perspectives on that. So, Lamar, if you can, get back on this podcast. Everything you was telling me was just gold, super gold. If any of you can get in contact with Lamar, if he's free right now, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he was talking about how movie soundtracks were great, like breakout for a lot of artists. He mentioned wasn't Waiting to Exhale, but that was one of them. He was mentioning Above the Rim. He was mentioning, what was the movie? Boomerang. He was talking about the Boomerang soundtrack and Tony Braxton. I won't get into deep description on what he was talking about because, excuse me, he may get pop back on this podcast. So I'm not going to spoil his fun, but he was giving some great perspectives. Let me see what we got here. This was a great soundtrack. I hate to admit it. It's one of the movies which I really hate for various reasons. That's another podcast all in itself, why I hate this movie. Okay. Excuse me. However, it was an all-star cast. I cannot deny that. And it was a good little soundtrack. I didn't have time to download any of the music. And then I have to put, what do you call that? Disclaimers and stuff like that. I don't know the rights to. I just didn't feel like it. And plus I was running so late and I didn't have anything together. So, and if you guys want me to do another podcast on this, let me know. But who was that one? I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. Was that Mary J? But that was on Waiting to Exhale, right? Great soundtrack. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, one of my favorite soundtracks, The Karate Kid, Bill Conti. My God, it still tears me up when I hear the Glory of Love song. My God, I can listen to that song all freaking day. It is just so smooth. I am the man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you're dreaming of. My God, I tear up every time I hear that doggone song. And you can't deny you're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. Oh my God. Somebody just sent a comment. Oh, it's my cousin Asia. She said something about Girl Scout cookies. Oh, cool. Digital Girl Scout cookies. So if you guys are friends with my cuz, Asia Lee Curtis, looks like she is selling some Girl Scout cookies. So get on her page, buy some of them cookies. I haven't looked at the article yet. Let me see what it is. Y'all give me a second. So I like to advertise to people. If you guys, that's part of my shout outs. So if you guys are working on some content or project or something like that, I will gladly support y'all. Let me see what we got here. I don't see it here. Maybe it's in my messages. Let's see what we got here. Digital Girl Scout cookies. Anyway, let's just keep it going. It looks like it's not picking up. Anyway, probably for my little cuz. She probably selling that for Girl Scouts. I'm proud of her. I'll gladly buy me a box when I get off of here. Anyway, let's get back to movie soundtracks. There are so many movies that were in the 80s. Hold on 1 minute. We have a guest. Oh, everybody, we have the L Dog himself, Lamar Hicks. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Man, sorry I started so late, man. I had to take care of some business and run some errands, and I just not got started, brother.
Okay, cool.
So,
Cool.
talking earlier, man, and you was talking Cash Money, brother. You talking about, yeah, bro. You was talking about this movie right here, Boomerang soundtrack.
Yes.
What would tell the audience? What were you telling me about this movie and soundtracks in general with black people?
Man, look, that soundtrack was and definitely still is the standard of soundtracks right now. that soundtrack introduced us to Tony Braxton.
Okay.
Man, and then I thought about it when we got on the phone. I was talking to my wife. It actually took Boys to Men to another notch,
Ooh.
too, as well. And so, I mean, Babyface was already established. I think A Tribe Called Quest was on there.
Yeah.
PM. Oh my gosh, yeah, she just mentioned that song took PM Dawn to another level. That Without You. Oh my gosh, that's
What
like
song was it for Boys to Men? I can't remember. Was it
End of the Road? End of the Road.
Oh, okay.
End of
And
the
then,
Road. Yeah.
okay. Dear
So
Mama was that's not Dear Mama, but A Song for My Mama. That was another soundtrack they did, right?
so what now?
The Boys to Men song, A Song for My Mama, was that another soundtrack they did it on?
That was on the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, I think. No. That was on
It was Eaton. What's the one? The Family
oh
Dinner?
my god. I can't remember. I cannot remember the soundtrack.
You know which one I'm talking about? Where they was eating Sunday dinner?
Yeah. I know the song. I just can't remember what soundtrack it was on. And see, that's the thing, that you cannot remember. You know the songs, and
Right.
and I mean, and the crazy thing about it is that these songs were not even on regular albums. These were on soundtracks, and
Right.
that's the reason why the soundtrack was basically what it was. It was the soundtrack of the movie. Like, it basically made the movie. And like, when you heard the song and that particular scene came up, oh man, you were, because and then like I said, I mean, it helped out a lot that the music video did the video like with Video Soul. Video Soul was like what, I mean, it was you had the movie, you had the soundtrack, you had Video Soul, you had Soul Train, you had all that.
Man,
And that was like in R&B and music in general right now.
Right. Bro, wasn't nothing like that Donnie Simpson, bro. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Video Soul. That was the way, because we didn't have the internet back then. And all we could do was sit there and watch our music videos in the top 10.
Yep.
And bruh.
Yep.
And it combined. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we had no other choice but to sit up there and watch like the world premiere of this artist's video, and and then everything, 106 in Park took it to a whole nother level. But the music soundtrack, I mean, we can like I told you earlier, Above the Rim, Wait to Exhale, Friday, Above the Rim. I mean, the list goes on and on and on for music soundtracks that was just basically, like I said, it was the soundtrack of the movie. It basically made the movie. New Jack City. We talked about New Jack City. And Color Me Bad. We didn't know who Color Me Bad was until that soundtrack came out.
Yep. And I remember you was mentioning that, and I thought of a soundtrack that made me first listening to Arrested Development. Mr. Window.
Yeah.
What soundtrack was that? And they had a song on there. It's like the
Don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, you were.
That's another group that nobody talks about too. Arrested Development.
Ooh, bro.
Nobody talks about that group. That group was fire.
Man, what? That was deep too, man. I can talk about Mr. Window, just a homeless dude who could give you some.
Man, Tennessee.
Lord, I really. Boy, you gonna take me back. What you know about that?
Man.
Shoot, man. And just groups like that were just so culturally in tuned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So rich for black people back then. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And oh man, you had mentioned this soundtrack right here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Man. Aaliyah's. I remember when that soundtrack came out. Aaliyah's popularity was growing even more, and man, you had the song "Last Night" by Ash Yet was on there. I remember.
Love making music.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Had gosh, who else was on the? I think was Missy Elliott on that Nutty Professor soundtrack.
Yeah, I think Are You That Somebody? No,
Yeah.
that was Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, again, that soundtrack introduced us to more artists. Now, the I mean, I like the Nutty Professor movies. They were all right to me. They were all right to me. It's not like I gotta go, man. I gotta go find that Nutty Professor movie. That's not me. I'm gonna tell you a soundtrack. I'm gonna tell you a funny story about a particular soundtrack that really wasn't it. It should be portrayed as a soundtrack,
Okay.
but it's not. Purple Rain.
Bro.
Now I'm gonna give you a story. I'm gonna give you a story about Purple Rain. So Purple Rain only had Prince on there, right? But Mars Day and the Time was on in that movie. So this is what Prince did. Prince told Mars Day and the Time, was like, you know what? You can go ahead on. That's gonna be my album. And Mars Day and the Time came out.
Hello? Hello?
It was Prince's music.
Okay. I lost it for a minute.
Yeah. No, I was saying that but Mars Day and the Time was never.
Hello? I don't know why I keep losing you. Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
A little technical difficulties, y'all.
Yeah. Because I'm actually gonna get ready. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to pull up to my house. But did you ever notice that Mars Day and the Time was never on the Purple Rain soundtrack?
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me think. No? Wait a minute. They sung that song. What's that? Oreo.
Jungle Love. That was in the movie. But it was not on the soundtrack.
It was not in the soundtrack?
No, it was not.
Huh, interesting.
Prince did that strategically.
Wait a minute. I could have sworn it was in the soundtrack.
Yeah, Prince did that strategically, because he openly said and you know what? And I didn't recognize it until recently that he he had he told Morris Day and the Time to do a separate album from Purple Rain.
Really? So okay, because I remember. Let me see. Okay, I just take your word for it, brother. I'm trying my best to think
All the
about
song,
it.
all the
I'm
songs.
trying to look it up too as you was talking.
No, all the songs that's on the Purple Rain soundtrack was definitely on. It was no Mars Day and the Time songs on there.
Okay. Okay. Huh. But I'm trying to
Yeah,
download
and he
something.
strategically did that
Okay. I'm about to take you. Why would you say he strategically did that?
because that's what he did. That's what he did. He
So he did that
strategically did that. I
or
mean,
something like that?
because I mean it wasn't because he didn't like Mars Day and the Time. I mean, he loved Mars Day and the Time, but they were not on that Purple Rain album.
Well, he was
The
known
only
to be.
songs,
Go ahead.
but Prince, my boy, though, he my boy.
Uh-huh.
Prince, my boy. So I mean, I'm, So I mean, he just Prince just did stuff like that.
Right. He
But
was
that's
a
my dog.
businessman. He was a hardcore
Right.
businessman. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I think that
You don't think so?
he was the one. No, he was the one that basically was telling everyone to sign. He was basically telling everyone to go and get their masters.
Really?
He was
Oh
telling
yeah,
everyone to
he
go and get
was.
their masters.
He sure was because he was the one who
Yeah.
who was it that he put on? I'm trying to think. You got me thinking right now.
Hold on.
But I know because I'm trying to research it as you talking right now. But let me see. Okay, I'm gonna just have to take your word for that one. Okay, here we go.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's because I
Yeah.
was trying to look stuff up as I'm talking to you. But
Okay.
I'm glad you brought up Prince because there's another soundtrack which Michael Jackson was supposed to do the soundtrack for, and he ended up doing all the songs for it. Can you remember? Can you guess which one I'm talking about?
No. When
You
you
can't
tell me, I'm
remember it?
probably no.
What
When
you
you
saying?
tell me, I'm probably gonna be like, damn.
Look, you know it. Just trust yourself. Hint, hint. Trust.
Talking about Batman?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm talking about Batman.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When
You
you
know
say,
that
well,
trust?
no, because when you said the word trust, I
Uh-huh.
remember that was the name of the song on the Batman soundtrack.
Right, right. That's why I gave you that hint. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And bruh, when he started that soundtrack and he started that song, what was it? What something about 3, 2, 1 or something. Hold on, what? How did it start off? He was doing a countdown or something. But you
No,
heard that little.
that was Party Man.
Oh, that was Party Man that he did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he did that guitar solo. Dun, 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 ooh. I can't do the Prince song, you know what I'm saying?
You know
You have
what
to really kick
you
in the
know what
bone in order to do that sound.
man. So
Right.
you heard the story. Have you heard the story about the I'm Bad video?
No, I do
Okay.
know that was just a Black History moment because that was the first time when anybody got to slap Michael Jackson and got away with it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay, so you know, the story was that Prince was supposed to have been playing the part of uh what's we call it in the video.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you know the first line of that song, "Your butt is mine."
Yeah.
Mike Prince said, "I don't know who's gonna be singing at the hoop, but I ain't singing it to you, and you definitely ain't gonna be singing it to me." So go look up that. That's a look. Go look up the interview Prince and Chris Rock. He told Chris Rock that.
This brings up another subject about music, especially with like hardcore gangster rappers. I've noticed they sung a lot of, nothing against the homosexual community, but a lot of even hardcore gangster rappers would say a lot of like homosexual lines. It'd be like, if you don't like it, you can suck my dick and all that. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. That, you're supposed to be hardcore and against, all this stuff like this, but you're talking about, I'd rape you and you can give me fellatio. And I was like, hold on, this sounds a little bit, against what you were preaching. You know what I'm saying? So you know the lyrics.
Yeah.
X has done it, Snoop has done it, all these people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know what? And so the thing about that is, I think a lot of times is that, you gotta, it's almost like you have, rappers have to prove themselves to be, who they had to be who they are portrayed to be. Because I think it was Fat Joe. Fat Joe was like recently, like half of the stuff I rapped about, I didn't do. Like he said, and so it's all about the record sales, and everything. But getting back to your topic on the soundtracks, I mean, with the Academy Award, and getting back to Prince, I want to say Prince won an Academy Award for Purple Rain, for the Purple Rain soundtrack.
Sounds about right.
So, I mean, and again, like I said, when you go back and look at it, that was a song added. That was an album added to his library. It wasn't, because remember now, getting back to Purple Rain, remember it was Morris Day and the Time, Apollonia, because they had Sex Shooter. Sex Shooter was in that movie.
Yep.
And then it's a guy. He was in Prince. He was in Prince's group when Prince first got started, and he had a song. And he had a song in the movie too. So it was a lot
back then.
So what now?
What was the name of Prince group back then? I can't remember.
It was Prince. I mean, it's been Prince, and then it's been Prince and the Revolution.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
And Vanity had a group too, right?
Vanity 6, and then they changed it to Apollonia 6.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, and I'm trying to get my my tablet to load. I mean, I could probably go into. I'm probably going to go to my computer. But it's a lot of. I mean, it's a lot of soundtracks. That was out there in the 90s that really kept us kept us on our toes, as far as like music wise, because like I said, a lot of the artists that we probably wouldn't even know who they were, again, like I said, if it wasn't for the soundtrack. And I'm getting ready to pull up some stuff.
Yep. I got another one. And this first really introduced me to this filmmaker who I'm still a very big fan of this filmmaker. He hadn't made films in, I'd say, about 25 years. So you know this soundtrack from this movie. And if you do, I got nothing but love for you.
Okay.
That's your hint.
Yeah, I know. Heavy D.
Nope. But that's a good guess.
Okay.
I got nothing but love for you, baby. Keep thinking. It's going to hit you in just a minute. Look, I ain't got no money and I ain't got no fancy cars either. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. I'm not thinking right. Go ahead on, tell me.
It's this movie right here.
I thought so. I thought so.
Oh, yes, sir.
I thought so.
That Robert Townsend, I was first introduced to him through this movie. And at first, most people, this is a podcast all in itself. I thought it was a regular group, a real group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah, because they took music, and I got first introduced. I might have heard their songs before. Actually, as a matter of fact, I heard tons of their songs, but I never knew the name of this group. They sung the songs for the Five Heartbeats. You know the name of the group?
The Temptations?
Nope, close though.
The Four Tops.
Keep going. They start with a D.
Okay, tell me.
It's the Dales. Yep, that group right there. They sang some great hits, and they did the music for that movie. And I was like, my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know this group could still sing because it was like the late 90s, I think, when this movie came out. Oh, excuse me. But then again, you had the Temptations still singing, not with the same singers, but they still singing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm finna throw some stuff at you. Shaft. Shaft was the soundtrack with Isaac Hayes.
Oh yeah, the original Richard Roundtree.
Yep.
Is that who it was? Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hustle and Flow.
Yep.
Hustle and Flow soundtrack.
Let me tell you something about that Shaft soundtrack.
Okay.
Everybody keeps using that line from that movie. You know, that cat Shaft is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm talking about Shaft. You know, everybody uses that line. So it was so iconic. And I think the guy who made the songs for the Temptation also wrote that song. What was his name that they got in the middle of the song, in the middle of the Temptation movie? And he was like, that's the day my daddy died. Why you write that song? Norman something. Norman Harris. No, it's not Norman Lear, but I know his first name was Norman, and he wrote songs for the Temptations and a lot of good songs. But I think he wrote that song for that movie, that Shaft movie.
Yeah.
And you said the other one was Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow.
Okay.
I mentioned earlier the Above the Rim soundtrack, Regulators.
Woo! Good point. Great point.
Okay. So you brought up the Nutty Professor. You had Foxy Brown. She was on the soundtrack. Jay-Z was on the soundtrack. Uh, the song "Touch Me, Tease Me" was on that soundtrack.
Oh my God.
Uh, yeah. And you had Montel Jordan and Slick Rick
Oh my God.
was on there too.
This is how we do it. Was that song?
No, it was it was a song called "I Like." And matter of fact, I just downloaded that music, that song. I said, "I like the way you talk, baby. I like." My wife was singing it in the
I like the way.
No, not that song. You had to download. No, babe. You correct. He was singing something else. I had mentioned earlier the Bodyguard soundtrack with Whitney Houston.
Right. On the Nutty Professor, was that the one where Janet Jackson, "It doesn't matter what your friends tell you," or something like that?
No, not that one.
Okay.
Not that one.
Okay. What was on the first Nutty Professor? Without looking it up, I hate to even click off. God. But yeah, Foxy Brown was on there. And,
yeah. So another soundtrack, Brown Sugar, had Erykah Badu on there, Jill Scott, The Roots. That sound. Yeah. Like I said, that was now again, so that came out, and I'm looking it up. So that soundtrack came out in 2002. So at that particular time and moment, we were making the transition from like hip hop and to rap until like neo soul. So we was making that transition, and the thing about it was that they kind of knew it. So they were like, okay, so we're gonna go with the trend, like what's going on right now. And then we had the Black Panther soundtrack with Kendrick Lamar. And then we had oh wow, I forgot about that. So the 8 Mile soundtrack pretty much introduced us to 50 Cent.
Yep.
Wankster, his very first single, was on that soundtrack.
Okay.
So there lies again, introducing us to a new artist.
Yeah.
We talked about earlier, New Jack City, man. You had Christopher Williams, Teddy Riley. I mean,
was Blackstreet on that too?
So what now?
Blackstreet.
No, it was Guy.
Okay, it was Guy.
Ooh,
that's a versus battle. Guy versus Blackstreet. Which one is better?
Depending who you talking to.
Okay.
I'm passing by. I see the Wood soundtrack.
Oh, I forgot that movie.
And look, let's take it all the way back to 1978.
Here we go.
The Wiz. With Michael Jackson.
No, you can't win. That was my thing, bro. And I could sing all them songs. You know what I'm saying? Like
we had Space Jam in 96 with LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes and All for One and hold on. Monica.
Space Jam. Monica was a great one. What was the name? Was it 95 South or the one that did the Tootsie Roll that did that song in there?
That was either, you know what? That's a good question because you couldn't really tell the difference between 95 South and the 69 Boys.
Yep, that was the one. Yep.
You couldn't tell the difference between the two because they both had, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh yeah, you had the Rush Hour soundtrack, the first one, with Jay-Z, Montel Jordan.
Yep.
Then you had.
I think it was the one where they can you bounce with me? Bounce with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was that one. And then, like I said, you had Friday, which you had Dr. Dre, you had Ice Cube, Rick James. Rick James contributed to that soundtrack with they put Mary Jane on there. I Want to Get Next to You was on that soundtrack. That part.
Natural Born Killers. I love that song.
Yeah. You had the Love Jones soundtrack again. This was back in '97 when you had the neo soul with Lauryn Hill, Maxwell, Mia Daly, Otello. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then yeah, you had a lot of black songs. Yeah, well, I don't want to bring race into it or nothing like that, but you had a lot of good black artists and stuff like that. But you have to give it up for people of other races too who contributed. I was speaking about like Bill Conti and the Karate Kid, where they had like beautiful music. You had like Bon Jovi. They did several. It was like when classic rock was like everybody's soundtrack, especially if you did like a fight song. You had plenty of them. Rocky,
I'm about to say that, Eye of the Tiger.
Yes, sir. And I was just speaking about that, because Carl Weathers had just died today.
Yeah, man. That's man. And the craziest thing about it, that I because he was not in the spotlight for so long, and then recently he just started doing commercials. He just recently did a commercial.
He sure did, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he was doing good with the Mandalorian and everything.
Yeah. So
man, hit me hard, brother.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see it. I know that I know the one that probably everybody likes, the Love and Basketball soundtrack. The one that had Maxwell on there. The one that had Angie Stone on there.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
Angie Stone and Jill Scott and
Luther Pearl. Luther Pearl. I Want to Dance Tonight.
Oh, right. Oh my God, brother. The soundtracks were just as good as the regular albums.
I mean, and that's what I was telling you earlier. Like, music soundtracks, man, are basically they set the tone for the movie. They really made you want to go see the movie. And unfortunately, we don't get that type of vibe anymore, because now they focus, I think since MTV, BET, Soul Train, all those are not available to us. Yes, I mean, I love YouTube. I take nothing away from YouTube, but man, I mean, those were the things that I mean, you wanted to see, and they bought, like I said, you mentioned Chris earlier with Batman. I mean, shoot, man, the song Scandalous.
Bruh, that's the only reason why I watch it and watch the Batman movie to the end and still watch past the credits, brother. Man, that sounds scandalous.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then you had the Best Man soundtrack with Beyonce, Tyrese, Faith Evans, Maxwell, Lauryn Hill. I mean, damn. Let's just say, damn. You got it.
And you
I
speaking
mean,
of black people who couldn't have had a chance, we wouldn't have known who they were without the soundtrack. I
yeah.
think that there is one guy who, nothing against him, he was a one-hit wonder, but this one-hit wonder was just amazing. You hear it everywhere you go, but he only did one hit, and it was because of this movie soundtrack. Do you want to guess it, or you want me to just tell you?
Okay, you got to give me a hint.
Let's see. I'm trying not to God now. His song is so iconic that I can't anything I say.
I'm gonna tell you a song that I forgot about, and it is a one-hit wonder.
What's that?
Half Stepper.
Oh, Ani Kamazi or whatever that
Yeah.
names were.
Yeah.
And I'm not stand by.
Well,
Bro, I forgot about them. We're gonna do a podcast on one-hit wonders. We got to do one. We got to do
okay.
Now,
Okay, so who's the person? Okay, so who's the person you talking about?
I guess I'll show you the picture and you automatically know.
Damn, you damn right. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something about that dude. He does not get the credit that he deserves. When I look, hold up. When I tell you the songs that he has produced, you're gonna be like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint of one of the songs he produced, and I'm gonna play. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna go to YouTube. No, I ain't gonna play it because I don't want your stuff get shut down. Hold on.
All they're gonna do is beep it out anyway. And by the way, he does not own the rights to the song which he's about.
I'm not gonna play it. But when I tell you the name of the song, you're going to be like, wow. Do you know he produced a song by New Edition? And guess the name of the song.
Which one?
Mr. Telephone Man.
Are you serious?
If you go and go and listen to go back and listen to his old stuff and listen to Mr. Telephone Man. It's identical.
Bruh. And when I call my baby's number, I get a click every time. Oh man, brother, that's just iconic.
Hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Ray Parker Jr. Hold on. So, wow. There's an original version of Mr. But yeah, he produced that.
He produced that movie?
No, he produced the song.
Oh.
So I'm gonna read it to you. If I had it, let me see. Yeah, songwriter. He was the songwriter and producer for Mr. Telephone Man.
See, I did not know that.
But if you go and listen to hold on. If you go and listen to A Woman Needs Love,
Mm-hmm.
A woman needs love just like you do. If you go back and listen to that song and you go and listen to Mr. Telephone Man, that's the same identical song. That's it. And when I heard it, I was like, yup, that's it.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah.
There are some similarities. Yeah, okay. I'm playing the song over in my head. There are some similarities now that I think about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's there. It's there. And I was through. So
Man,
Ray Parker also wrote and produced his for New Edition, Mr. Telephone Man, Randy Hall, Cheryl Lynn, Shake It Up Tonight, Denise Williams, I Found Love, and Diana Ross. He performed guitar on several songs on LaToya Jackson's 1980 album debut. He also sang the theme tune of 1984's television series Pryor's Place, featuring Richard Pryor.
them right there. I was just going to say that. Yep.
In 1989, Run DMC produced a rap movie, performed a rap for the movie Ghostbusters that contained elements of Parker's 1984's hit. He also worked with actor Jack Wagner on General Hospital on the album.
I barely remember General Hospital. I remember coming home from school, my sisters and especially my grandma, I had to sit there and watch that with them. But it was a pretty good. I remember Susan Lucci. Wasn't she an actress in there?
She was on All My Children.
All My Children. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the one with Luke and somebody else?
Luke and Laura.
Luke and Laura.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. That's what I mean. Look, Ray Parker Jr., man, does not get the credit that he deserves as a music artist. You know,
Right.
he was like the he was, in so many words, he was like the Genuine before, before the time, I guess.
Yep. He was considered a heartthrob.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Man, it was so much. Speaking of which, we can come back to the soundtracks, but we were talking about music then and now. And we were talking about, Genuine and all of these other people who did, they were not, well, I guess anybody that's in music is going to sexualize themselves a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to put a little sexual flair to it.
Yeah.
But they say that nowadays sexuality is brought to a new extreme, in which I will kind of agree. And there's a young lady, I forgot what her name, I can't really pronounce it, but when she sings, she has a kind of a beautiful voice. And, she's no older than 25 now or something like that, but she really talks about, sex when with her singing voice. It's not like she's rapping. And she was talking about, flipping and I suck it and I do it like this and, saying my name while I'm riding. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just at least it was innuendos back in the day. But then I had to stop myself and think, no, we had the Nina Howards, you know what I'm saying?
We did.
Yeah, so we had some sexual females as well. And
but
men, of course.
But you know what though? But see the Adina Howards of the world, it's kind of hard to say. You had ladies who were and still are, because I know that Adina Howard, one thing about Adina Howard basically still looks the same, the way how she did back then.
She looks good. Was she the one that's dating the Ghostbuster? Bill Murray?
I don't know.
No. Is that the same woman that saying my milk should bring all the
Yes, that's her.
Okay. That's Adina Howard.
No, that's damn it. Police. Police.
Okay, that's her name?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Okay, I'll take your
But
word for it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. I don't know if he's here, but that's her right there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
But getting back to what you were talking about as far as like the music then and now. Um, Music is an expression
Okay.
of how people express themselves. I think that there's a time for everything, and I think that the Khalees of the world, at times, Janet Jackson, um, and I'm bringing up kind of like the females because those are the ones that get looked at with the they are most definitely placed under the microscope more so of the men because
For
the
that.
men can talk about it because that's the way how our minds are formatted. Like a man can talk about that
Right.
because if he don't talk about that, then you're gonna think he's something else.
Right. Right.
So
This is a good
um
point. This is a good
so a man is the male artists, they talk about it. And because remember Salt and Pepper was talking about shaking, shoot and shaking that thing. And if you remember in the video shaking that thing, they didn't want them to do that. And remember, Kid and Play, that's something else too. We were introduced to Kid and Play through Salt and Pepper's video.
Which one
Yeah,
was it?
shake your thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Weren't they out with the Kid and Play movie House Party? Wasn't that before Salt and Pepper? Oh, am I wrong?
No, no, it was Salt and Pepper was already established. They were already established. Like they were hot. They and then Herbie Ludbug went on, who produced them, said,
Okay.
"Hey, let's." I guess he was like, "Well, shoot, we got two females. Let's get two guys." And so, in the video, "Shake Your Thing," we were introduced to Kid Play. We didn't even know who Kid Play was. We just thought they were just two guys in the video. Come to find out later on, you know,
Yeah, they music stars,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, 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 yeah. So it's crazy. It's crazy. The way how music worked back in the day is that they put people on. Like you didn't know who they were, but they put them on. Like Babyface, like we were talking about. Let's go back to the soundtrack. Babyface put Tony Braxton on, Boys the Men on. We didn't. I mean, yeah, they were there, but they weren't there yet. And that's what's lacking in music today. Only thing different is I can sit up here and say that Lil Wayne introduced us to Drake and Nicki Minaj
Okay.
because we associated Lil Wayne with Cash Money.
Right, right, right,
And then he got established. He was like, okay, well, I'm gonna put these people on.
right. Is there any soundtracks nowadays that you can think of, like with a movie?
No, I can't.
Hmm. I
Now the
can't.
movie, now the movie is basically selling itself. Um, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Because I think somebody last time somebody mentioned the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the name of that movie. But however, they played nothing but super old music. Well, oldies music. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I don't know if that counts. You know what I'm saying? Because even though we had movies that we played, in the '90s and stuff, and it had old songs on it too. You know what I'm saying? Like it had Earth, Wind, and Fire or something like that on the. God dog it! What is the name of this movie? I'm not moving on until I remember this movie. The one where they had Sunday dinner and What was the name of that movie with the little boy in it, and then the grandma? Spoiler alert! Died at the end. They still had.
You talking about
God dog it! My
hold
brain is so.
on, hold on. Uh, I know
What?
what you're talking about.
Because it had the Boys to Men song, "Mama,
Yeah.
I love you."
Hold on.
What is the name of that movie? It's not
I'm.
soul. Is it Soul Food?
It's soul food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the. I wasn't gonna move on until I remember the name of that doggone movie, and it had such a great soundtrack. It had Drew Hill in it too.
Yep.
Um, and that's another group that was on a lot of doggone soundtracks back then in those days.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Because
like,
I mentioned the Rush Hour soundtrack. They were on there.
yep, they were. I can't even remember what songs was on which. What was the name? I know the thong song was one song that it was on the soundtrack. And then I'm
It was
trying to,
a Milestone. I Care About You. Total.
what's the one? Yeah. Tell me who it's gonna be, or something like that. What's the name of that song?
Hold on. Hold on. That was the I want to say that was Rush Hour 2, I think.
Okay.
I
That
want to
sounds
say
about
that
right.
I want to say that was Rush Hour 2 soundtrack. Hold on.
Okay. You know what? Oh, here's one. I know you're looking it up, but I want you to think about this one though. You remember that it was a rap? Yeah, it was pretty much a rap movie, and it had the song. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts sing. You remember that song? I think it was Bone Thugs in that one. But you remember the movie where it came from?
Sing the lyric again.
It's like, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. And something about it remains the same.
Hold
I,
on. Yeah, it was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
that was Bone
It was the
Thugs.
show. It was the show.
Yep, the show soundtrack. Yep.
Yeah.
And that was another good. It had E40 on that, E40 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Goody Mob was in a number of soundtracks, I think. Who was it? You said A Tribe Called Quest already.
Yeah.
God dog it. It was a lot of them. And of
Yeah.
course, on everybody's, everybody dance now.
Yeah, that's been in so many movies. It was a I want to say Shaft 2. I think that movie had a lot of old songs in there too. Like I say, I mean, it's a lot, man. You can't get away from the soundtrack and the songs that went along with it, the scenes, and like you said earlier, it's not just black movies. Even though we're talking about, even though we're in Black History Month,
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of other movies too. Like I said, I mentioned to you earlier about Madonna. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot, and it's hard to cover. It's hard to cover it all in in the time span. But
Bruh.
music is wonderful. Music makes you laugh. It makes you cry. It makes you think. It makes you fall in love. It makes you pretty much kind of fall out of love. It does a lot. And so one thing about music is that music is universal. It would never, whether it's gospel music, whether it's pop music, gospel, country, R&B, reggae. I'm gonna tell you, man. I love some reggae. And reggae get you really get you going, like really get you. And so ever since I've been with my wife, I can sit up here and say that Latin music plays a nice role, and what she does with Zumba. So
I can see that.
Yeah, so I mean, so whatever whatever, because I listen to music going into work every morning, and depending on how the mood is what I listen to.
Right.
So music is universal. And you were talking about the music, then and now. I mean, there's some stuff out there right now. I will listen to. I will possibly give a shot, but it's not a lot. And so therefore, that's the reason why I basically, have my music, download my music. And because if you ask me once what song right now is popular on the radio, I couldn't tell you, because I don't really listen to the radio like that. The Grammy Awards are coming out. The Grammy Awards is coming up Sunday. And I've seen that the artist SZA, she's nominated 9-10 times. And I'm like, for what song? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the woman I'm talking about, to sing the really explicit lyrics. And another young lady, that she's getting super praise for her music. And I thought she was a joke when I first heard it. The Sexy Red girl,
She still is a joke.
Yeah, I thought she was like, you remember in American Idol, it was that Chinese dude. He was really short, and he was like, he bangs, she bangs,
yeah,
she moves. And everybody didn't take him serious, but it was more like a joke, and they thought he was cute. That's what I thought Sexy Red was, when she did my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. And I was like, thugging on these hoes. I was like, she has to be a joke. You know what I'm saying? And I found out everybody likes her. And I was like,
because you know why everybody likes it, because there's nothing else out there. And I mean, because you got to remember, like what we were just talking about just a few minutes ago, roughly 15 minutes ago, probably, when we were talking about, you had back in the day, you had Guy, Babyface, Michael Jackson, Prince, En Vogue, and I'm just naming off groups off the top of my head: SWV, Total, my head is just gone. You had a variety of groups and artists, and like now you don't have a variety of group and artists, because the reason why I don't listen to the radio is because the radio proceeds to play the same stuff. If you listen to the radio at 8:00 right now, they're going to play the same song again at 9:15 and possibly at 10:15, because the rotation is so minute, and it has a lot to do with the fact that that's all they want you to hear. Think about it. The stuff that, I mean, think about it. Like we were talking about Boys and Men earlier. That I mean, you had Boys and Men, you had Jagged Edge, you had all these groups back in the day. They were talking about love songs. They were talking about love, and they was talking about this, that, and the third. Hold on a second. Hey, babe, Bailey got jumped on. They jumped her. Yeah, and so what happened? Like now, you know, they're only focused on one thing. They're only focused on what they're only focused on, you know, what you just said about Sexy Red. That's all they focus on now, because that stuff sells.
Right. Now, what is the term? You know which term I'm thinking about, where the music industry, the music company pays the DJs. I'm not sure if they still have DJs or the radio companies. They pay them massive amounts of money to play their music and only their music. There's a terminology for that, and it's been going on since, you know, the 40s and 50s. What is it called? I forgot the name of it. And of course,
Talking about SoundScan? You're not talking about SoundScan, are you?
It's another older term. It's real old, and at least from the 50s. And like a lot of artists, this is something a little bit different. But when the artists get their like bonuses, let's just say they get $10,000, they'll take that $10,000, buy copies of their own records. You know what I'm saying? At a discounted, you know, at a wholesale price or something. And they're like, look, my record has sold 10,000 copies in 1 week. Yeah, but one person bought them. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else be like, it must be good. So 10,000 more people will buy it and they'll make their money back. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the term for that. But yeah, that's the way a lot of record companies work, you know. But it is true from what you say as well. You know?
I mean, because they understand, they know that they understand that sex sells. And I mean, sex is always sold in music. But like I said, it's not a variety of music. You ain't got nothing to choose from. Even back in the day with rappers, I mean, at least you had to choose from Foxy Brown, you had Lil' Kim, you had MC Lyte, you had Queen Latifah, you had what you had, and now you have nothing. There's nothing out there because they are shoving it down our throats. Well, not my throat, probably not your throat, but they're shoving it down people's throats like all the time. That's the reason why they play the same songs. They have it in rotation over and 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 over again. And you know the craziest thing about it? Gospel music does the same thing. Their gospel music is no different because they know that this is the artist. This is what we're pushing. But at least I can say about gospel artists, they have several gospel artists out there. So it's not the same song in rotation over and over. It's pretty much like it was back in the day, like with R&B music. Like I said, you know, if you go back and you know what you probably need to get.
What's that?
You remember during the Christmas holidays how you had that catalog, that wish book?
Yeah.
Go find you an old Jet magazine.
Oh, you just added some to my collection, brother. Thank you. Something else for me to collect.
Go get you an old Jet magazine, kind of like the way how it was and how they had the top 25 songs. They had the songs and the albums.
Yep.
And you had so many to choose from. You had 25 artists to choose from.
You remember that Jet magazine? If you buy a used one, go towards the middle where the staples at, might be a little sticky. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
The words that were just used is by KillaKrane Production and not the L Dog. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hey, but speak the truth, shame the devil. Hey, but we all know. See, back in the day, we was talking about we didn't have the internet. We had to improvise. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, I mean, like I said, man, it's always it's always something, man. When whatever it boils down to, um, man. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I mean, I love music, man. Music is I've actually gotten into man, for a minute there, I got into Celtic.
Okay. I'm
Celtic
not.
music is Celtic music is something different, man. Celtic music is great. Uh, there was a group, there was a female group, and they're actually still around right now. Celtic Woman. Uh, but I like the old Celtic Woman, not the one. Well, I haven't listened to the new one, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's out there, man. Hey, look, man, I gotta go. I gotta
Okay.
go. But man, always a pleasure, man, being on your podcast, man, and chopping it up with you. Next week, man, just let me know when you gonna do something.
Okay. Now give me some information about your business, like the email address or the
So,
website address.
so, so the so our my wife and I, we started something called Creative Team Entertainment, where we do flyers. We do picture slideshows. Picture slideshows is a way, um, if you got a loved one and you want to you don't want to put it in a photo album. Photo albums are pretty much out of date. But they're still good to have. And you can put them. I can put them uh, on a flash drive. I can put it on a flash drive for you.
Okay.
Um, like I said, flyers. Now the digital business cards is what I've done for you with the clickable links and everything, which is very very useful. It get to the point where like it's a one stop shop where you can, if you got a website, I can put your website on your digital business card, and
Okay.
whatever else you need to, like your phone number or your email address. So if you want to get in touch with me,
Okay.
www.hicks2021.com. And on there, I have preview of flyers that I've done, short animated videos, which I
Say
really, really, really love doing. Like I said, picture slideshows is I just like taking the I just like doing that because I know that either the business owner don't have the time to
mm-hmm.
do it, and I'll do it. So and I just really love doing just that and creative team entertainment. uh the word creative came from the fact that God has given me the ability to be creative.
Okay.
I don't take it for granted, because a lot of stuff I come up with, I know for a fact I can't come up with by myself, but
Okay.
he gives me the ability to be creative. Creative team entertainment, formerly known as Creative Inc. Entertainment. When my wife and I got married, we're a team, and so there are times when I have her to look at certain things for me, and she might say, "Hey, well, try it this way, or do it this way," and then I might say, "Hey, well, I like this way," and then we kind of come to an agreement. And so that's where uh, the creative team comes from, and then the entertainment itself is just love, and just love to the showcase, and to make the main purpose of creative entertainment is to make your business flourish,
Ah,
to
okay.
give you a leg up on your competition.
Okay.
And you come with us, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the best quality. You're going to get the best production. You're going to get hands-on, because whoever I do a project for,
Mm-hmm.
I want to get their approval. I don't want it to be my approval. I want it to get their approval. So if they come to me and say, "Hey, I wanna do this, I wanna do that," whoever I'm working with, whoever is my client, I most definitely want to make sure that they are fine with the product, because is is their product is not my product, it's their product. But I want to make their product better than
Right.
it was before they came to me. So um, I just believe in what my dad taught me for years, that the customer, in this case, the client, is right, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to make it to where it fits their needs and their wants.
Right. Right. Did I get the information correct? Do you see why I
On
put you in?
point. On point.
All
On point.
right. All right. Is there a email? Let me see. There's the website address. Is there an email address?
Yes. So it's the word creative,
Okay.
and then the word team, and
Okay.
then the word entertainment, and it's at gmail.com.
Good old gmail.com.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You can't go wrong with the Gmail, even though I know some people still use Hotmail. Ain't nothing wrong with
Nice.
you. Ain't nothing wrong with using Hotmail.
No, nothing at all. But the thing about Gmail is, especially when you have a attachments, especially that are quite large. Plus, Gmail is compatible with everybody, so you're doing the right thing. Make sure I got that email address correct.
That's it, man. That's it,
Okay.
man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Man, you brought up some good points today, man. And you're one of the ones like myself. I could talk about music all day, anything in the entertainment business. And I'm glad you brought up the Black History angle, because there's a lot of things with Black History well, Black History should be 12 months a year. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be
Yeah.
just February, but we all need a reminder. You know what I'm saying, on certain specific things. We should
Oh yeah.
celebrate living 24/7, but our birthday is when we really celebrate, or appreciate we're alive for another year. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
The crazy thing about it, the great thing about it this year, guess what?
That's it.
We got an extra date.
Oh, is it leap year this year?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So instead of being 28, 29, got 29 days. Well, they
Uh-oh.
ain't gonna like that. They 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 ain't gonna like that. But we gonna make it work though.
Oh,
We gonna make it work.
birthday shout outs. Anything else?
Oh man.
Or any congratulations, any announcements, anything you
But
want to?
you know what? You know what? I'm gonna say it like this. Uh, if you are celebrating a birthday in this wonderful month of February, man, please stand up. And Pisces, we getting ready. We coming. We coming. We coming. So if you celebrating, man, a birthday, man, in this wonderful month of February, man, please stand up, man. My mother-in-law is celebrating a birthday on Monday.
Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So man, celebrating everything. And then, my birthday is on the 22nd.
Okay.
And man, Man, my uncle Eugene, man, Hicks, man, just celebrated, man, 51 years in business. Man, big up to him, man. Look, if you watching this, man, Hicks hot tamales, man, go get you some. I haven't had any in a minute,
Me
but
neither. My God, I haven't had none in a long time.
Hicks world famous hot tamales, man. Stop playing games.
Oh man, I still
Stop
remember
playing
you used to
games,
sell it
man.
at the store
Man,
over there.
stop playing games.
What y'all used to have that store on Essequina? Was it downtown?
Fifth and Paul Edwards.
Power. Okay, yeah, the super red market, something
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Fifth and Paul Edwards, man. Yeah, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Please some hot tamales, man. Stop
Yes,
playing.
sir.
Go get some and man, and if you can't, if you're not in Clarksville, you want some, man, look, he will ship them to you.
What street is that on there? They can, if they get the clocks there and they want some. What street?
They can. It's on Highway 61.
Highway 61.
Highway
Near,
61.
what's that?
That's
Near what other business?
near Burger King.
Near Burger King.
Yep.
Oh wow. So I haven't been to Clarksville so long.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Stop playing games, man. Go even get you some. I'll get you some hot tamales, man. 'Cause, man, it ain't nothing like Hicks world famous hot tamales. I'm serious. I'm so serious. You'll thank me later.
Hey, I second that emotion.
You'll thank me later.
Right.
You will thank me later. But look, Miss Scott, man. Look, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get out of here. I came in and man, hopped on your podcast, man, because man, I really wanted to be a part of it. But y'all, L Dog gotta go.
Hey, I really appreciate you, brother. And if you got a topic that you want me to discuss, let me know.
I sure will.
We'll discuss it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get with your business. Hey, y'all, my podcast, it doesn't look. The reason why it looks so good right now and it's steadily increasing is because of this man. So
no, man. No. I'm not gonna take the credit for that. I'm not gonna take the credit for that. No, don't listen to him. Now you can listen to him the rest of the time until he said that right there. Because that intro that he has, y'all, I had no hands in that. That intro is fire. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of podcasts.
Oh man, you got that? Did you make that t-shirt?
I sure did.
Bruh, you talking about professional level. You leaps and bounds above me right now. Oh my God.
Man. And you know the crazy thing about it?
What that?
This ain't even the logo no more. I've actually updated it.
Oh shoot. Speaking of which, when you gonna get your podcast back out?
Man, I don't know. Like I said, I actually just introduced the new logo about a couple of weeks ago and everything. I gotta put it on wax and get another t-shirt done. So I think possibly it's gonna be soon, man. It's gonna be soon.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to pick a time. Man, when I get off work, I be wanting to do it, and then by the time I get home, I be like, I don't know.
But you're doing amazing stuff already, man. So it ain't like you just sitting down doing nothing. You do.
Oh man, look, when I walk through the door, I do little stuff, and then I hop on my computer and try to make things happen. So actually, I got a project I need to be working on like yesterday.
But I'll get with you about that. Man, I gotta go. Hey,
Yeah.
peace out, man.
Hey, take it easy, brother.
Okay.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
All right, take care. Woo-wee. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Lamar, the L Dog, for joining me today. If you guys still want to join in, I'm probably going to stay on for another 30 minutes. The subject today is, here it is right here, movie soundtracks. Which ones would you consider to be the top 10 in music then versus now? Before I continue, I still want to give out shouts to my girl Lovatia. She has a podcast called the Lovatia Experience, where she calls it a sex positive podcast. You guys can Google her. I will, and I apologize for not giving the contact information or where her podcast can be found, but I'm sure it's on YouTube if you do a search. My boy Barrington Marsons has this new movie called Abiding. It is on Tubi. It is a wonderful movie. Check it out. The brother is doing some wonderful things. He also has this new movie coming out called Mr. Watson. I have no idea what it's about, but it looks cool as hell. So you guys need to check that out. Now, do I have any other shouts out before I get on out of here? Let me see. This is Black History Month. So I usually have a lot of fun on this podcast, and it's usually about things in the entertainment business like movies and TV shows, such like that. However, we can still mix that in with Black History Month. Here's a little trivia question. The first cartridge-based video game was created by a black man. What was his name? What was his name? You can put it in the comment section below. You can Google it. I don't care. But I will reveal the answer to that on the next podcast, which will be, drum roll please, on the 9th of February, 2024 to him. That's when the next podcast will be. So if you guys want to participate in that, I'm going to try to have a lot more Black History facts for you during this month. However, we will go back and forth. There's a lot of things we can talk about, even when it comes to music. Lamar had brought up one-hit wonders. That'd be the fun little activity to talk about. Songs that were good. One-hit wonders, if you don't know, are songs that only got famous. That only did good for one time. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about Ray Parker and his song, The Ghostbusters, Who You Gonna Call? Other than that, he didn't have any other hits. So it was like a one-hit wonder. Another one I was thinking about, I cannot remember his name. Please put it in the comment section, guys, if you can remember it. He was like, I always feel like somebody's watching me and I get no privacy. Oh, what's the name of that song? What was the name of the artist that made that song? Put it in the comment section below. I will have an answer because it's not in my head. So I will have an answer on the KillaKrane Speaks On. Anyway, so anything else I'd like to say about movie soundtracks? Like I said, it's just so many movies. One that I forgot to bring up with Lamar. Some people say I might leave with my cool points or my street cred for admitting that I absolutely love this soundtrack and I sing it all the time. From the Grease soundtrack, with John Travolta. Was it Olivia Newton-John? Was that I think Olivia Newton-John. She was in there. And it had a lot of good songs on there, even the female-based songs, Hopelessly Devoted. And the one, what was it, Grease Lightning, Go Grease Lightning. I can't even remember the words. But it was that song. What was the one? Summer Lovin' Had Me a Blast. Yeah, that was it. That was it. So many good songs on that soundtrack. I could watch the whole movie just for the songs. By the way, I so appreciate you guys. I put a lot of posts on my Facebook page. It's the KillaKrane Speaks On. And I put that, it was a meme that I had put. It was like Let me see the exact one of what it said. It said, give me 1 second, guys. It said, um, what is a movie you would watch just for the music? And I got a number of responses. So let me just read some of them out. My girl Jessica, she was the first one. She says the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Of course, my boy Anthony McDowell. He put she's your queen to be. I cannot do them high notes anymore. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm still light skinned. No, I can't hit them notes like I used to. I am sorry. Who else put up here? My girl Reese. Rock of Ages, Rent, and Grease. Oh, so okay. Me and my girl on the same page with that Grease movie. Oh, shut your mouth. My boy, who was it? Nathan Iron Eagle. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is a heart pumping. Oh my God. You hear that soundtrack and you can't help but just want to tear something up. I know it has a lot of, airplanes and stuff in it, but it's still one of them things like Rocky, where you just have to tear something up. It's just a tough song. Who else? My boy Marzel Paler, The Last Dragon. I told y'all before, that's that movie when me and him argue back and forth. Well, who had the biggest crush on God damn it, Vanity? I don't know why I just speaking to Lamar about that. But Vanity was a huge crush. A lot of men back in the 80s and 90s had a huge crush on Vanity. So, but yeah, The Last Dragon had some great music. Richard said Moulin Rouge. To be honest, I have never seen the play. I have never seen the movie. So I can't say yay or nay to that, but I'm sure it is. It's very popular. My boy Myron said Purple Rain. Hey, we were just talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Rio. Yes, sir. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Alfonso said Car Wash. I think he's referring to the one that was back in the 70s, which was a great movie. I want to get next to you. I think the name of that group was Rolls Royce, if I'm not mistaken. Please, if I'm not correct, put it in the comment section below. Who was it? It was Norman, same dude that we was talking about earlier, that was on the Temptation movie. You remember he was the one that made that song, and the guy from the Temptations, like, why'd you make that song? That was the day my daddy died. And Norman's always late. Y'all know that part in the Temptation movie. That same dude made that song for Car Wash. He made a lot of great songs. Talk about Black history. Excuse me. But he's no longer with us, but brother was just wonderful. And we got my girl Linda talking about Cadillac. To be honest, I've seen pieces of that movie. Is that the one, if I'm not mistaken, Cadillac Records, where it had Beyonce and it had Eddie Murphy? Yeah. Oh, that's another person. Excuse me for clear my throat. I gotta add him in here somewhere. My boy Eddie Murphy and his contribution to music. And I wouldn't say this is a one-hit wonder, but to me it kind of is, because I just remember if they say name a song that Eddie Murphy made, y'all know which one I'm talking about. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time. Y'all know that song. It was just wonderful. You can't help but dance to that. He made some other songs too. It was a weird one he had made on one of his albums. He was talking about in your butt, put the rhythm in your butt, but the rhythm in your butt. And he was talking about putting stuff up your butt and put some trees up your butt, then just put me up your butt. I was like, what kind of song is this? And I looked it up. It was like Eddie Murphy. I was like, okay, I see. I see what Eddie Murphy. He's funny. So I expect him to make something like that. But I appreciate all of you who have given me answers to this question. So I guess I'll count this as my poll question. Let me see what else. This is about it. Yes, there's a lot of soundtracks to a lot of movies that are just so freaking iconic. Oh, one that he was talking about Lamar, what Lamar was talking about, and he was saying that certain songs will make you laugh and certain ones will make you cry. And y'all remember in I don't know why this song just popped in my head. Um, y'all remember watching the Malcolm X movie? And there was a part at the end, and everybody knew he was going to die. And they were singing that song. I cannot remember. I'm drawing a blank today. But the song goes, I was born by the river in a little tent. Ooh, and just like the river, I've been. Ooh, excuse me. Y'all remember that song? Do y'all remember that song? Who sung it? Okay. I do not have the answer up here right now because I'm a little tired, but I will have the answer by next time. If you guys can answer any of these questions, will be the first ones to put it in the comment section. Give yourself 25 KillaKrane points. Those KillaKrane points are good, just like if you've ever seen the show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Those points that are used in that show are the same. You can use the KillaKrane points the same way you do the points in that show. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna even create me a little online catalog where you can redeem these points in the same manner you would you redeem the points in the show Whose Line Is It Anyway? Anywho, what is the name of that singer? I just cannot remember it right now. My God, I'm really behind on my music, guys. I need to start paying attention, and that's one thing I've been doing lately. I've been watching old movies and listening to old songs, and I've actually been trying to remember the names of the people who made the songs. And you'd be amazed. Like if you watch a movie and just watch the credits, and you'd be like, wait a minute, that's not the same dude from this movie or that movie. Just like when you would watch Coming to America and you'd see the little boy, well, he wasn't a little boy, but you see the man that's in the barber's chair, and you see that's Cuba Gooding Jr., and you'd be like, oh, that sure is him. You know what I'm saying? So you learn little facts like that. But movie soundtracks, do I have anything else to add to movie soundtracks that Lamar didn't already say? I can't remember. Let me see if we got any comments. Hold on. All right here. Yeah, we got one comment. It says, but Mitch said, I like the Deadpool soundtrack. To be honest, I have never paid attention to the Deadpool soundtrack. Trying to think. I know it had some older songs in there. Oh yeah, it had the salt and pepper in that shoot ba-doo, shoot ba-doo, shoot ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. Yeah, it had that song in there. And it had some other great hits in there as well. Some iconic 80s and 90s songs. So I agree with you, Mitch. I appreciate the comment too. Let me see. What else do we have? Let's go back to the KillaKrane page and see if we got any comments over there. Music then versus now. I don't see any right here. I didn't check my YouTube page. Oh, how do I click on this? Okay, here we go. Here it is. Okay, we got a few people that was watching. Okay, I'll get to that later. Anyway, any other announcements? Anybody want to give any shouts out to anybody? I'm trying to look on here because I got about 14 minutes left, and I want to give shouts out to more people. Oh, I appreciate you guys. At the end of every show, towards the end, I'm going to give credit to people who have been participating in my Facebook group, which is called the KillaKrane Speaks On. If you have not liked my page, please do so. we have a lot of interesting conversations. We had one where we talked about it was a versus confrontation. Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell versus Parker from Parker Lewis Can't Lose. The confrontation takes place in the junior year in high school. Both are trying to assert their dominance as the most popular guy in the school. Who comes out on top? Um, Looks like the unanimous answer to that, everybody said Zach Morris, except for my boy Damien. He was like, it's a draw because they're the same character. Zach is a variant of Parker, and Parker is a variant of Zach, depending on what universe you're coming from. I appreciate that. But everybody else gives the edge to Zach Morris. Now, Zach Morris, in the show, he can stop time. I'm not sure if Parker Lewis can. I know he can break the fourth wall. And of course, in the title, it says Parker Lewis can't lose, but obviously he can because his bully got the rest of them. They got the best of him a few times, but then again, the bully kind of turned on, kind of became his friend, sort of like, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, let's see who else has been participating. And guys, this is where I kind of get the idea of what you guys might want to talk about. So I'll make posts. I was going to do something else. I was thinking about for the next show, I wanted to talk about, do these terms nowadays make sense? Like gaslighting, mansplaining, what's the other one? Something perpetuates the stereotype of this. And a lot of people like, this is just going too far. You know what I'm saying? And these terms just don't make no sense. And people are just getting offended over every little thing. So we can do a podcast on that. Mr. Lamar Hicks had brought up about one-hit wonders. We can do a podcast on that. Of course, I have to throw in some Black history because it's Black History Month. And so I was going to ask this question too. This is a Black history question. If you guys were a movie producer and you had a choice to make a movie about one of these two individuals, either Brother Marcus Garvey or Brother Toussaint Louverture, which one would you make a movie about? If you guys don't know who those guys are, I don't blame you, but you need to do some research on these brothers. If you want to know anything about Black history, these brothers, my God, woo, these brothers gave a big contribution to Black history. Excuse me. I don't want to spoil anything if you guys haven't done any research. I mean, if you don't feel like quote unquote reading, there's plenty of YouTube. You can just put it into YouTube. Let me write that down. Marcus Garvey. Now I don't know how to spell Toussaint Louverture, so that's one of the guys right there, Marcus Garvey. Toussaint Louverture. I'm going to have to look him up. But anyway, the answer, give me the answer in the comment section, which ones you guys think will be a better idea to do a movie about. Also, what's the other guy's name that everybody, I'm not using any derogatory words, but they think that he has the cure for HIV and herpes. It was proclaimed that Lisa Left Eye Lopez, before she passed away, at one point or another, she was infected with herpes, and she said she was 100% cured from herpes because of because of, what is his name? Dr. Sebi. Yes. Now, I believe Nick Cannon wanted to do a movie about him, but unfortunately he has to take care of his 96 kids, so I'm sure he's not going to have the time. Plus, he has about 87 shows he has to work on. So I'm sure Mr. Cannon may not have time to work on a movie about Mr. Dr. Sebi. So a lot of people, he's a very controversial figure. They said that he gave all natural cures. He also claimed that he cured people of HIV, and they took him to court about this. And it was like, well, if you actually cured HIV, bring one person as proof. And he brought multiple. It was like he brought like 30 people or something like that. And many of his believers or followers saw that as proof in itself. Some people say, well, he never had a medical degree, and other people was like, yeah, he didn't need to or whatever. But anyway, there's another person, Dr. CB. Let me see, how do you spell that? Let me put this up here. Oh, no, let me put it up here. Okay, I think that's how you spell it. Oh, yeah. Marcus Garvey, Dr. CB. Any other people in Black history that you guys might want to do or want me to talk about on the next show? Like I said, it could be about anything, you know what I'm saying? But I have to throw some Black history in this month. Not saying that Black history is not important for the 11 other months of the year, but, you know, we got to have a reminder every now and then. Like I was telling Lamar, you love living and you enjoy you living every day, but your birthday, you really celebrate it. You really emphasize yourself. Okay. So that's how Black history is. And a lot of people, why can't we have white history one or Chinese? I mean, you can, who says you can't? It doesn't have to be officially established by a government or anything. But if a number of people who are Native American or whatever race, you know what I'm saying, they can just pick them a month and say, this is our month for this or this or that or that. You know what I'm saying? That's another controversial topic we can discuss. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it necessary to have a Black History Month? Morgan Freeman gave an interesting answer on that, and I will bring that up next time we have a discussion. KillaKrane Speaks On, which, like I said, the next one will be on the 9th. Every Friday, and once again, I'm gonna apologize, guys. I was so late. It was one of them times where I felt overly ambitious, and I went grocery shopping with the kids, and I handled some other errands. And I was like, I'll have time. Then I got back home, and I was a little tired. I had to give me something to eat, and then I had to, you know, once we got home, everybody was like, Dad, I need you to do this. Dad, I need you to do that. And I was like, oh my God, I need to rest up before doing this podcast. So I forgot I have to give myself a little cushion of time once you have a family, because everybody needs you. So, and it's an honor to do so. It gives you purpose. It gives you drive. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you feel like you're just living for yourself. So it does give you purpose, but you have to very much stay organized. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I put in the post on my Vernard Scott page, my personal page, saying that I'm looking for some people to grow with me. Now, I haven't responded to those comments yet. And you guys, let me just say this, okay? If you send me a message and I do not answer it, sometimes I will read it, but I'm not just going to throw you some junk, okay? So I want, especially if you give me more than like 4 or 5 sentences, I actually want to answer your question. I just don't want to say, hey, that's a good idea, or I'll get back to you, or something like that, which I really should. I should just say, hey, I've read your message. I'm going to get back to you. That's one thing I do need to work on. But I want to get some thought into everything that I send you guys. But anyway, the reason why I was sending that message about growing is even like today. Like, I didn't get around to making the promo poster until today. I just totally forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? I have so much I have to worry about. But if I could just have somebody that wants to grow with me, you know what I'm saying? They can help me with the promo poster or help me brainstorm on some ideas. You know what I'm saying? Because I have been speaking with a number of people, somebody who was interested in being my manager and agent and all of this stuff. But one of them said, I really do need to get my stuff together and bring in a number of people who I can trust before I get into the big limelight or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm trying to build up a team right now before I go in full force, because I do have a lot of original ideas, a whole bunch of original stories. A lot of them were, they were in no storage cabinets, those file cabinets, but I did my fault. I should have been saving them on Google Drive or something like that. So it was my fault. You know what I'm saying? So Anyway, they're gone. A lot of other stuff, but you live and you learn and you move on. That's what I'm doing. I'm moving on and I'm building, what I'm saying, a team back together. You know what I'm saying? And so I need to get more organized. I need to get some people to help me be more organized. I have a lot of just a lot of projects. Like I said, I never stop writing. I write a book probably once a month, even if it's just the outline. I consider it the book. You know what I'm saying? And so, as far as full books, I've already have. For those who don't know, you can go on Amazon.com. I have two books. Let me see. Let me see. Let me write the name of my two books. Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I should have written this stuff out before. Is this it? Okay. So, if you guys are looking, these are the two books that I have published. They are now on Amazon right now. The name of the books are Planet Furball and the Heretic Kitten and Blackjack and the Beanstalk. If you go on my YouTube channel, I have a trailer for each one of these books. My boy Anthony said he's going to help me to make it into an Audible book, which is what I am working on. It's just I got to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? And sitting here, taking care of three daughters, you know what I'm saying, by myself, it can be kind of it can be a bit much, you know what I'm saying? I have to see about their problems and, make sure they're taken care of. And then I got to take care of myself, you know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of ideas. A lot of people are interested in joining in on me, the things that I've done. I have several other books that I have written for the most part. Of course, when it comes to writing, just because you've written the book does not mean you're done. That's the easy part. Many people just don't know. You're like, you said you've written 3, 4, 5 other books. Yes, I have. But then starts the editing process. So I can write a book and it can be 2, 3, 400-page book within a month. You know what I'm saying? But once you have the outline first and you have the story structure, three-act structure, and you have all the characters and their motivations and developments and connect all this stuff like that. Even if you have all that together, editing the book, it can take 3 more months. I mean, it takes 3 times as long to edit the book. And you're like, hey, this it's not coordinating with this part right here. And then you think you're done, then you send it to the beta readers. And the beta readers, because usually they're not paying, I'm not paying them for anything. They just want to. Even if you do pay them, they still take forever. And one beta reader took up to like 6 months, 7 months to get back at me. You know what I'm saying? And so nothing really you could do about it. So it's a long process to get stories together. And so what I really need to do is start marketing these books that I've done so far. But I have so many ideas that I want to put out. It's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Original ideas. So, Blackjack and the Beanstalk, of course, you guys know. It's a derivative of that story, Jack and the Beanstalk. But of course, it has nothing to do with magical beans and all that stuff like that. It's an urban story. A lot of people say, well, it was a black person's version of Jack and the Beanstalk. I mean, you could say that, but then again, you could substitute the characters with any race and it still work. You know what I'm saying? It's a former policeman turned conspiracy theorist. He used to work at a prestigious business. And I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, but he has the decision to make whether to keep following his conspiracy theories, which he knows is the truth, and it's been egged on by this mysterious guy in the neighborhood called the Beanstalk, and he's this smooth talking pimp guy, kind of like a young Snoop Dogg, and he's egg hitting these ideas out there. Nobody has really seen. The police is looking for the beanstalk. Nobody knows if he's one person or a whole bunch of people, but he keeps influencing Blackjack to do all these conspiracy theory things and stuff like that, and he gets manipulated into. I don't want to give too much away. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's causing a rift between Blackjack and his beliefs, and his job. It's affecting his job and his conspiracy theorist beliefs and his naturalistic beliefs, and it's causing problem with him and his wife to the point where she's just getting sick with him. She's been putting up with a lot of his um, practices, so to speak, but and now it's getting tiresome. So that's what, in a nutshell, what Blackjack and the Beanstalk is about. Okay, are his conspiracy theories, are they justified? Are they partially justified? Has it gone crazy, or is there something else going on? You're gonna have to read the book Blackjack and the Beanstalk. Planet Furball and the Heretic Kitten is about how can I put this? It's about a cat who lives. It's a society. It's a planet. It's called Planet Furball, of course. And there's two continents: the left continent and the right continent. And the right continent is full of cats, nothing but cats, and they're very sophisticated, and they think that they have the only civilization that's worth anything in the world. And then the right continent is some indigenous species, and they're nothing but rats. And so it goes, there's a whole religion called Gatoism. And Gatoism states that cats were ordained by the god Gato, and they went over to the left continent and pretty much, how can I put this, made the inhabitants of the left continent sophisticated, and it was ordained by their religion, and it was by one by Reverend Meowman. And so this cat and his he has a decision to make whether to follow the beliefs, because his beliefs of this religion on his planet is causing problems. So he can either stick with this religion of Gatoism, or he can go out on his own because he has suspicions about the religion. Oh, he's also dating the rat, one of the rats, and the rats are the ones on the left continent. So that's basically two species. There's cats and rats. You know what I'm saying? And so rats are seen as inferior, like they're totally ignorant. They can't do anything without the cats. You know what I'm saying? The cats had to pretty much teach them everything and had to make them sophisticated and brought them into the modern world. But they're still seen as second and third class citizens. And the Nitro, that's the name of the main character, he's dating a cat. Yeah, he's dating a rat, you know what I'm saying, in secret or whatever. And so this is causing problems with her, even though a lot of the rats are actually super intelligent, but they can't showcase their intelligence because they're considered rats in this community. And it's pretty much a law in this community that I don't care if a rat does seem like it can read, it's not supposed to be reading. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole religion behind why these rats are seen as inferior, which they aren't. They're actually, like I said, more intelligent than certain cats. So anyway, you guys need to read that book. It's called Planet Furball and the Heretic Kitten. Oh, it is 10:05. So I have been on here for 2 hours. I try to keep it to 2 hours, guys. But if you guys have any comments about this show, if you guys have any suggestions for the next week's topic, I would surely appreciate it. If you guys want to join the KillaKrane Productions team before this thing shoots off, let me know. I can use anybody. I don't care if you're good with story writing. I don't care website design. I can show you how to do picture manipulation, picture editing, image editing. I can teach you guys some of everything. So if you guys just want to brainstorm with me. So anyway, I appreciate those of you who are watching right now. I appreciate those who will be watching once I post this. I appreciate Mr. Lamar Hicks for coming on today. I appreciate Mr. John Doe. He sent me a text message to let me know he wanted to be on, but he couldn't because he's being super dad. He's being the greatest dad that he can, the head of his household. He is just a wonderful person. I only hang with wonderful people. You know what I'm saying? Because who you hang with is a reflection on you. And unless you're a great father, a great family man, I don't want to hang with you. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see. Where is my plugins for me? For me. It's for me. There we go. So, my YouTube channel is called KillaKrane Productions. That's KillaKrane Productions. You can reach me if you want to contact me at my email address, which is KillaKraneProductions@gmail.com. That's KillaKrane Productions@gmail.com. You can catch me on the Instagram. It is Vinaris KillaKrane Productions, Vinaris KillaKrane Productions. You guys can send me an instant message on there. And of course, I didn't put this on here, but my Facebook page or my Facebook group is called the KillaKrane Speaks On. You guys can get on there and send me a message or whatever. I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, whatever, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. I'm about to end this mofo, and I will see you guys on Friday. It will be February the 9th, 2024 to them. 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be on time and try to not put too much on my plate before then. That's why I was late today, and I apologize to you guys. Anyway, I try to play video games on Saturday nights. It's no guarantee. So the things I was doing on Saturday nights, it was kind of like I never made a promise. I never said I'm going to do it every night. So I'm gonna try to do something fun on Saturday nights, you know what I'm saying, or Sunday nights, just to, you know what I'm saying, like, let me see. Actually, I did it on Saturday mornings last week. I didn't play video games on Saturday nights, but on Saturday mornings, I put in Saturday morning cartoons or Saturday morning commercials from the 1980s. I think it was 1989 Saturday morning commercials. The commercials we used to watch, Saturday mornings, and we get our bowl of cereal and sit down in front of the TV, and some of us had to get the needle nose pliers and turn the TV knob and everything like that. So I posted some of those 1989 commercials. You can look it up on my YouTube page. Oh, no, it's not on my YouTube page because I was a little scared of copyright laws or whatever. I'm going to share what it was about. So it's on my Facebook page, the Facebook group, the KillaKrane Speaks On. So if you want to watch those old commercials, I did put my video games on there. If you guys want to see me watching video games tomorrow night, let me know. If you guys wanted me to, one other thing, and I promise you I'm gonna get off. Okay. I want to start watching movies live with you guys. Well, not really live, but we'll watch movies together the same way we're doing this podcast, but it'll be recorded. And then we'll watch the movie and show our faces at the same time. Then we'll pause it and we could talk about certain sections. So let's just say if you're a police officer and we're watching a movie and the police officer arrests the person and says blah 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 this and that, and I'm gonna read you my rights and all that, you could be like, well, as a policeman, he didn't have to do that. He could have waited till he got down the station to read him his Miranda rights or whatever. So it could be any cop movie, or you could be like myself. I consider myself a formal martial artist because I can't really practice like I used to. So you can see the inaccuracies in certain things like the movie Karate Kid. But anyway, that's about it, guys. So if you want to participate in that, let me know. It can be video games, it can be movies that we could watch, we could listen to songs and we could break it down. We could have a lot of fun. So if you guys want to participate in any kind of way, just let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Thank you guys again for watching. For those who are currently watching, who will be watching, all that good stuff. Thank you, Mr. Lamar Hicks, for joining. All right. And I will see you guys on Friday, the 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're in Mississippi or Chicago or anything like that, it'll be 6 p.m. If you guys need me to change the time, let me know. Okay? So usually 2 hours anyway. 2 hour window, so you can jump in anytime. But anyway, thank you guys. Take care.